Hey, what's up, guys? So, obviously, no update video yesterday. It wasn't really anything too significant or too much of any updates. There's just one little update, which is just kind of gonna segue into what I'm talking about tonight. Um, like I said, I got a new pain specialist. They started doing uh, injections in pressure points or pinpoints, whatever they call it. Basically, they've been doing my lower back right now. The first shot, it seemed to not really do anything because I was in a lot of pain. 3 days later, for 2 days, foot swole, shooting pain everywhere. It was crazy. It finally dialed down after 2 days. I don't know what happened. The guy I talked to about it, who gives the shots, he was like didn't kind of brushed it off like it was whatever. I don't know what that was about, so I'll talk to the regular doctor about that next time. Um, but he says really, you have to give it like a full 3 weeks before it takes full effect, I guess. And then he says after that we kind of just rinse and repeat the shots. So I'm like, okay, so it takes 3 weeks to take effect. So is it like every 4 weeks or something? It starts to wear off, and then I can just start all over, kind of a thing, or I don't know. It basically the way he made it sound is that I'm, every few weeks I'm getting shots, which basically means I'm always getting shots because I have 8 appointments and there's I think 2 shots each, so that's like 16 shots. So, I mean, I'm stuck at math, but I'm pretty sure that just means I'm going to be doing shots a lot now because they don't do nerve burns, which last at least 6 months. So, you know, whatever. So I did the last shot I got in my back. I do say that did help with the pain. Um, in my lower back. I don't feel that pinched nerve pain, and I don't feel shooting down my leg, especially my left. The problem, though, is the nerve is still there, and while I don't feel the nerve being pinched, I feel the numbing and tingling all down my left leg, especially a little bit down my right. It's not too bad. You never know. It could shift and boom, there it is, full on. But yeah, it's really intense in my left leg and foot. Um, so much so that it worries me. Like I already have a hard time with my knee giving out at random points throughout the day. I'll just get up and walk to the kitchen and whoop, yeah, I have to catch myself or I'll fall because my left knee is a jerk. And of course, my left hip is just as bad. It doesn't do that too often, but you add the jerkiness of the knee and stuff, and I don't know if there's going to be any sort of like damage with the nerve constantly being pinched and the numbness and tingling. I mean, not being able to feel my leg uh, like all day today. Actually, I'm wearing a jacket. That's nothing new, but I'm wearing socks, slippers, and earlier I was wearing the hoodie. Even right now, I'm still actually pretty damn cold. It's more than usual, and I don't know if that has to do with the pinched nerves, um, but I don't know if that's a problem. If that's going to cause my leg to swell up more, if it's going to cause instability, because obviously if you can't feel a lot of what's going on in your leg because of the numbness, you know. So I'll have to bring that up with the doctor because it kind of worries me. I mean, it's been so long since I've had to deal with it because for the last 3 years, I think, at least, I've been getting nerve burns. So it's been so long since I truly felt the fullness of that nerve. And now that my lower back is even worse than it was, severely worse, um, I'm, this might be worse than it was in the first place. The nerve pinching, because it feels pretty intense. Just as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I feel it pretty intensely down my left, and I feel it more locally on my right. But it's really intense. Like if you've ever slept on your arm wrong and you woke up and it was like a dead fish, it's not that bad, but it's pretty close. Like it feels cold and numb, and it's just that prickly, tingly sensation all up and down it. It's insane. So it worries me with the swelling that happened earlier last weekend, and then now just being freezing cold. I just, worried what's being done with this nerve being pinched. I mean, obviously, I know you can burn it off, and it's totally safe, but is there going to be lasting effects from it being pinched? Is it going to cause damage down the leg, trauma? I don't know. I don't know these things. And so when I see my doctor on my monthly visit next month, gonna have to obviously bring this all up and say, hey, obviously the pain's gone, but do I need like a cane in case it becomes unstable? I don't know. I just know this is not okay. I don't know if any medication wise can help with this. I don't know if there's certain exercises or yoga or therapy or whatever to help with it, to maybe relieve the tension a bit. I don't really know. So right now it's all just up in the air, but it is kind of worrisome because it's new for me. And I know I seem to be getting a lot of news lately, and that's also obviously concerning and upsetting because, last thing you want is your health to just continue to deteriorate, and I know it's going to, obviously, but no one expects it to be that often and that fast. And so I just gotta, wait and see what the doctor has to say and kind of try to work things out. If I have to use assistive walking devices, I mean, that's fine. I'd rather do that than risk, falling and dislocating something and then having to get a cast or whatever, and then now I can't do other things, and so like it's still all up in the air at this point, but it's definitely scary. I know I read a lot of those posts from others who have CMT, the progressive disease, and of course they vary, but overall most of them lose functionality in their legs, in their hands, arms. Some of them are in wheelchairs, some of them are in walkers, some of them can still get around, some just use a cane, a little bit of both, a little bit of everything. And so, I just don't know, it's just, the unknown is as I've said before, is the non-answers is very frustrating and stressful for me over anything else. Like I said, it's not that like I'm in pain. It's simply that it's not a pleasant sensation for sure. I mean, everyone has had a hand, an arm, something fall asleep on them sometime in their life, and it doesn't hurt, right? But it's not a pleasant sensation either. You don't want to walk around all day with that sensation. And, obviously pinching your nerves is not a good thing either. I mean, if you have carpal tunnel and that's a nerve being pinched, and they had to go in there and fix that because that causes problems and pain and issues. And it's like, you can take away the pain, but it's still causing problems and issues. And so, you know, just I hate all the unknowns and all the having to worry and waiting until I can see my doctor. Um, maybe I need a better. She talked about maybe trying something other than Flexeril for muscle relaxant. She said, I don't remember the name, but she said there's another one that for some reason is better for those with back pain. So maybe that can just help, it would help loosen up the joints down there, of all that arthritis, and maybe just not pinch it so badly or so often or something. Because, yeah, it's bad. And if I'm not constantly, I'm sure you can kind of tell right now I'm kind of squirming. If I'm not constantly keeping my mind busy on something, it focuses on the leg and the numbness and the tingling, and then it starts to drive my nerves crazy all throughout my body, and that's why I'm squirming and starting and then that's obviously not a pleasant sensation, and then it often turns into pain. So yeah, it's not fun. And obviously trying to keep yourself busy throughout the day when most of your day you're just trying to function and do normal people stuff. It's definitely hard to keep your mind off of that, especially when it's so prominent. But yeah, so that's just where I'm at right now. And it's just, it's frustrating. Sorry I'm cutting this short. I'm just kind of starting to really get squirmy and crawling out of my skin here. And but I thank you guys as always. I love you guys. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend and a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.